Coming up in this episode, I attend a Portland Vintage Resellers meetup, and then the antique enthusiasts and I shop the Montavilla district vintage scene. Come join us. Today, I am taking you to a vintage reseller meetup, to a gathering with other people that have the same interests as I do. Here we discuss current trends and strategies to help our businesses thrive. This meetup was held at a vintage shop called Copper Moon Vintage Mercantile in the Montavilla district of Portland. The event was put on by Andy Jenkins of All Put Together and hosted by Meg O'Brien of Copper Moon Vintage Mercantile. There they are. There's Sarah, my BFF of thrifting. Meg opened Copper Moon Vintage Mercantile in December of 2022. She sells vintage clothing, focusing on antique garments from the early 20th century all the way up to the 1970s and 80s. Here's a Gunny Sacks dress for $150. That's about the same price they were when I was just a kid. I always wanted one, but never got one. Meg's shop has a rustic look mixed with mid-century and Western aspects. It was great getting to know the pros and cons of being a vintage store owner. Meg was kind enough to share her journey going from a vintage reseller in consignment and booth rental to becoming a full-fledged store owner. This was a great location as we had several resellers coming from as far as Vancouver, Washington, and Eugene, Oregon. Here's some really cute little vintage sweaters. Look at this one from the 1940s or 50s. I visited Copper Moon Vintage Mercantile in October of 2024 when my friend Emily did a pop-up here, and I got to meet Zinc. Check out this little stool or ottoman. It looks just like the store mascot, Zinc. Meg said that's why she actually bought it. Reminded her of her dog. What's his name? Hi. Hi. Zinc?
Zinc.
Hi, Zinc.
If I hold a TREAT, she'll get a better shot.
Oh,
Baby. Buddy.
I'm so excited. Zinc wasn't at the store today, but I can link the video down below to when I visited her last time. Like I said earlier, Andy Jenkins from All Put Together does just what the title of her business states and puts together these meetups. She is such a treasure to have as a resource and even better as a friend. I would assume you've all watched her channel on YouTube, but if by chance you haven't, you must check her out. She is a talented reseller and a rich source of reselling advice and information. Thank you, Andy.
If anyone watches my channel, you know I can get through content quickly. That is a comment I get from some people.
If you ever get a chance to come out to the Montavilla district of Portland, you should definitely check out Meg's shop. Here's a group shot of all the vintage resellers that attended, except for Meg, because she took the picture, but there she is with Andy. Here's Andy's post from Instagram that day. It just shows all the camaraderie that we have with our fellow vintage resellers. I find it to be one of the greatest things about being a vintage reseller in the Portland metropolitan area of Oregon. I've put some of the vintage resellers' Etsy stores, Instagrams, and websites in this portion if you are interested in seeing what any of them have to offer. I wanted to tell you a really quick little story. When I was warming up my car for the vintage reseller meetup, I turned on YouTube and a vintage reseller from Portland, Oregon came up with an episode 1. And so I clicked on it, and it's a new YouTuber, and her name is Kit, and her YouTube channel is Persnickety Living, I believe. And I only got to watch just a snippet of the video. And then when I showed up to the vintage reseller meetup, she was there with a name tag on. I was so excited. I was like, I just saw your channel for the first time today. And I just subscribed to your channel. And I barely got to watch a video. She has an interesting story. She has a home that is in France and also a home here in Oregon. And she's been buying stuff, thrifting in France to decorate her home. And so she decided to become a vintage reseller. And so that's fun to see her shop in France. So you should definitely check it out. One of the vintage resellers brought Andy this set of hands. If you know her channel, you know she collects hands. So after the meetup, many of us decided to go on a shopping adventure since we were in this beautiful part of town. It has such a quaint historic district and many vintage and fun shops. The first shop that we visited is called Storied Vintage, which is right next door to Copper Moon, and they just opened up in September of 2024. The owner's name is Jana Fulop, and she is a furniture restorer, and apparently she does a great job at it. The finish and patina on this piece of furniture is so gorgeous, and I didn't even see it while I was in the store. I didn't notice it till just now while editing, so I didn't even check the price on it, but that is gorgeous. Okay, I love myself some Mexican pottery, so I was also very weak in the knees when I saw this because I'm a cat lady. So yes, they were both definitely gonna come home with me. They have some really fun bigger cats there, but I just wanted to stick with the little ones for now. I do love his purple face, and that red one's adorable. There's Andy over there shopping. I love those tables with the swirly legs on the bottom. I do admire when people frame textiles because they are works of art on their own. This table is really cool. I love it for a plant stand. I have one of these for sale in my space right now. I don't have the big one though. I just sold one of these Brutalist butterfly on flower sculptures in my Silverton space out at Homestead Relics. I'm pretty sure this is a piece of River Junction pottery. I've sold several pieces of this before. I have two of these in my Silverton space at Homestead Relics that still haven't sold. Here's my little haul. We are breaking the law, breaking the law.
I can't remember what. Let's try.
We certainly get a little rowdy when we're out shopping in a big group like this. I just thrive off it. I have so much fun. We are at Wink Vintage, which is obviously a vintage clothing shop as well. Really fun stuff here. Check out this jacket somebody hand drew with like magic markers. All these beers on this jacket. Really good artistry and really fun jacket for the Portland, Oregon beer scene. We have so many breweries and beer lovers out here. There's Rainier, that's Washington. There's Spuds McKenzie from Budweiser. Quite a conversation starter. Check out this 1980s snowsuit. Wow, that takes me back to my childhood. Look at those colors. What a flashy jumpsuit for $135. Wow.
Sexy.
Our next stop is Bone Jack. This is quite an eclectic store. Andy spotted this hand sofa in the front window.
Maybe they just brought it in.
So funny.
Quite the collection of lamps up there. scary. Yikes. Sitting outside Bone Jack's waiting for the rest of the group. I'm a little shopped out already.
They do events here too sometimes. They do like free talks. Yeah. So they host events here too.
For lunch, we went to a restaurant called The Observatory, and it was really good, and it was my first time there, and I will definitely be going back. Such a good time. Now that we refueled, we have more energy to keep on shopping. So our next stop is Montavilla Antique Marketplace. I actually just did a video on Montavilla at Christmas time, and now look, it's Valentine's Day. I can put a link to that one in the description as well. It's a really good one. This beautiful painting sold while I was there. This space is a favorite to many of the vintage resellers that were there shopping with us. I just recently sold my glass knot. I also sold my candlesticks. Thank you, Angela. Appreciate you. One of the current trends that Andy was talking about is that stained glass is coming back in. This is good news to me because I love it so much. This beautiful Madonna statue was only $18.99. What do you guys think about the 99-cent rule? Do you think it's a good one? Would you have just charged $19 or would you go with the 99-cent thing? Does that really make it seem like it's cheaper? I know that at my antique spaces, I always round up to just a solid dollar figure. But online, I've been trying the 99-cent thing out. It's so new, though, that I haven't gotten any results yet. The sayings on these plates are the weirdest I've ever heard. If you can't be easy, be as easy as you can. Never heard of that. I don't even know what easy is. The friends thou hast and their adoption tried, grapple them to thy heart with hooks of steel. Interesting. And lastly, Little duties still put off will end in never done. By and by is soon enough. Ruined many a one. I didn't even check the prices on those or turn them over to find out about them because I was so perplexed by the odd sayings. These are darling little trays, but it seems to me to be a shame to price them individually because I feel like they should be sold as a set. I wouldn't want them to be separated. This is a beautiful oil painting. I really like how the floral arrangement is not in the vase. I love these McCoy pottery vases. I'm a big fan of the matte finish. Sarah spotted this beautiful little box. It's only $18. That's a great price for that. I really love the design on this hutch. It's $795. I wish I had room for furniture pieces like that in my spaces. I've had my eyes peeled for a mirror something like this, but I still haven't found it yet, at least not the right price. I love this old frame, and it's only $40. This little primate is so funny. Here's one of my favorite spaces at Monticello. I love this big Crater Lake painting. Crater Lake is a gorgeous landmark we have in Oregon. I've only been there once. I think I want to go back and see it again now this year. That's one of my goals for this spring or summer. I have one of those in my antique space in Oregon City. I have Valentine cards in it right now. You know me, I love some Mexican pottery, and that is such a cool dragonfly. There's the girls. I love this oil painting. I feel like it's Mount Hood, but maybe I'm wrong. Who do you want to thank?
Brigitte,
Oh!
for bringing me here.
That's my friend Irina from Welcome Home Vintage. I want to thank her too. Look at this crazy chandelier. I don't know, it's not quite my style. But these Valentines are quite lovely. Looks like they are quite valuable too. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled for those when you go to Goodwill and to estate sales for sure. Here are the upcoming events for Monticello for this year. This is such a beautiful print for $265 too. And I absolutely love the green on this Florentine tray. I pointed it out to Andy because I know she loves Florentine, but she said it's just too big to ship. These are lovely cat paintings. The one on the right very much reminds me of my cat Althea. And I love this floral as well. I haven't seen these Fenton birds in the wild before. Someday maybe I'll find one. This is definitely another one of my favorite spaces at Monticello. I love all the prints and paintings. This person has very similar taste to what I like. Oh, and look, there's another Crater Lake picture. This one's a print, not a painting. Have you ever seen a larger egg cup collection? It's just massive. I decided that I had to get at least one, and this is the one I chose. I thought he would look very cute at Easter time. There's my little haul, a plant, and my egg cup. Well, thanks for joining us today on this fun adventure. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.